taking a hand. What do you think? Breathing. So just take a moment. Whatever we discussed, shared, thought about, with breath. Breathing in, breathing out. So the taking a hand guides you. Breathing in, I have become space. Breathing in, I have become space without boundaries. I have no plans left. I have no luggage. Breathing out, I am the moon that is sailing through the sky of utmost emptiness. I am freedom. So just for a few circles of the breath, breathing in, I have become a space without boundaries. Breathing out, I become the moon that is sailing through the sky of utmost emptiness. I am freedom. Exhale and see if you can allow this burden of the struggle in the charnel ground to dissolve into the large space of an open heart, spacious like the sky of Great Mother. We are not doomed forever. We are made of love and sweetness. Perhaps you can send out forgiveness and kindness to yourself and all others like you. Send out your openness, a sense of spaciousness to all, including yourself, in whatever way you might like to feel. This letting go and dissolving back to your true nature. Then I want you to be in that blue sky of your awareness, immerse yourself in this experience for a while before we start the next session. So we're going to continue, just conclude with this ferocious Dakini qualities. The ferocious Dakini embodies mighty power that burns from our deepest confusion. I believe we all possess a secret ball of potent energy that can make anything happen, even turning the unthinkable into reality when rising from the union of wisdom and compassion. How would you open to that possibility and respond to unimaginable suffering as Dakini? Then I talk a little bit about the shadow aspect. The last four expressions of awakened Dakini also bring out the shadow of our human psyche. This aspect of us needs to be embraced and not shunned on this courageous and fierce journey of Dakini. The forces of the shadow are not inherently demonic and terrible. Dakini points out to us that light and dark, good and evil, peaceful and ferocity are relative dualities that are not self-existing, intrinsic entity in and of themselves. Dakini holds this paradox wisely and compassionately and point us to the power inherent in us. Can you allow and welcome that power in you? Then I talk about His Holiness. I can see all these qualities in His Holiness the Dalai Lama very well. I want you to see yourself, perhaps by watching his videos. So working with this Dakini flavor is one of the powerful ways to connect, or powerful ways we can live Dakini journey, and also powerful way to connect to your Buddha nature. So there are lots of opportunities for us to experiment. I invite you to experiment. Alluring, compassionate, courageous, wild, frightening, and ferocious. These 6 aspects of Dakini's body, speech, and mind are innate qualities in each of us and are waiting to be discovered, cultivated, expanded, and expressed in an awakened manner. Can you taste the flavor of these aspects in you? So this is just the invitation, right? But hopefully you can taste the chocolate a little bit. You may not say verbally, but you can remember, perhaps. Then during the day or your life, you can taste more and more. So you become more familiar with that taste, flavors, traits. Then you can feel it. You can cultivate more and more. They are innate, but they can be cultivated or need to be cultivated to be the full embodiment of awakening called Dakinis in the world of suffering. Is there anything you'd like to share in terms of these 6 traits, qualities? Is this a good way to relate to or make relationship to Dakinis? Sometimes Dakini became a very, either we try to rationalize or psychologize or couldn't figure out what the heck. Like Trungpa Rinpoche was asked by his students, and who is Dakini? And she said, who never knows, or something like that. Yeah. So Dakini is elusive and hidden to those who do not own the Dakini eyes. But we started to open our eyes a little bit, pay more attention, especially pay attention to those parts which are not being paid attention. We are just following a habitual pattern, right? But now we started to pay more attention to that something not ordinary, against our habitual pattern, perhaps uncomfortable, or the place where we always run away from. Channel ground teaching as well here. I feel like this exploring these 6 traits gave us a flavor or the characteristics of Dakini. First question, the who and what is Dakinis? Of course, the essence of Dakini is ineffable. We cannot describe, but of course we can experience it. So now, how to meet her and connect with her wisdom. Then what does the Dakini offer, teach, and do, gift and functions? This is related to the charnel ground teaching, which is chapter 4. I deal with the charnel ground. Although I talked a little bit about the concept of going into the charnel ground, that means to each of us, for the spiritual practitioners. And then if we were in a channel ground, first we recognize what is the channel ground. And we are fully in the channel ground. We are trying to walk away from the channel ground. Chapter 4, it's called entering her home. Are you even willing to enter her home? So the ancient masters loved going to the channel ground, actually welcoming the channel ground. Many of you may know the practice called the Che practice, cutting or severance, or cutting through the ego grasping. The channel ground is the place where this practice takes place, not in a comfortable, living room. We imagine we are going to these fearful places, the place that scares us. Why we do that? Why Dakinis? What's the relevancy to take to this channel ground?
For me, going into the charnel ground is an experience of just sitting right in the middle of everything that I have some aversion to, that I'm scared of, and just all the quote gods and demons. It would be like, being willing to just go and sit in the middle right now of what's happening in the Middle East. And it's also just such an example of the paradox of Dakini, because to me, it's sitting and staying, but also knowing how to move in that space and what to do in that space. So sitting there is revealing. It's telling me everything that I need to know in order to, I don't want to say transform it exactly, but to see it differently, to see it more clearly.
My response to being in a charnel ground was the sorrowful song to Paladin Hamo that I rewrote. And I was inspired to do that in the last tea offering we had to Paladin Hamo because I just felt like we needed to include all of the people in the Middle East. Iceland is also going through its own eruption, volcanic eruption right now. There's just so much happening. And within that prayer, what I rewrote was what Ellen just kind of said, you know, we're sitting in the middle of it and we're praying and we're trying to be good practitioners, but then in the end, I said, you know, I want to stand beside Paladin Hamo as we are the lighthouses for those who need help. And for me, being able to put traditional prayers and practices into the contemporary world is how I'm able to navigate the charnel grounds that I and embody Dakini as you've taught. So that was my response to it.
This is very juicy and important subject to each of us.
I actually enjoy the charnel ground. I do. I like it because to me, the charnel ground, being the Dakini in the charnel ground is an opportunity for movement and to metabolize my own internalized crap and then to be able to open up more space within myself, which I feel helps open up more space in, you know, whether I'm relating individually or whether I'm relating in groups. I love the Dakini practices. They're just, and I love the fierceness of the Dakini. That's part of my my favorite part. Expressing it in the world, that's a whole nother thing. Working on that.
Just as a conclusion or invitation, again, continue to explore how and what have you learned from Dakinis, or are you learning from Dakini? What has she awakened in you by exploring her qualities, flavors? How will the wisdom awareness of each Dakinis, which we didn't actually go into, these five Dakini qualities, unfold in your daily lives over the months and years ahead? So hopefully in the future, maybe, I don't know, 1 year, 6 months after we get together again and see, you know, how we explored these qualities within us. So now I would like to do a short meditation as a conclusion. Always let's take a moment to connect to the central channel, and this plumb line just in front of your spine, the core center, and feel the energy in the heart, this sphere of light at the heart center, this light that you brought to today's session, spark you brought. It is brightly shining now. The light fills our entire body. So light started filling your body. The light of joy, of sweetness, of love, that is who we are. And now we know what to do. We send the light through every pore of our skin into the world, the broken world of unthinkable suffering that beings are facing on this planet. The light goes out in 10 directions. The light of love, those 6 qualities this light has. Healing, removing all the pain from each being, and sharing the wisdom You just experienced. You allow the light nectar to go out and heal the world. Your hearts are so open now that you can't help but share. Just imagine each of you as Dakini, all the 6 qualities based on love, compassion, and wisdom. Heal the world. Now slowly gather the light nectar to return it back to your body, to the core of your body, into the central channel, your heart center, and then you rest for a few moments. I would like to conclude with this quote. Expresses Dakini's confidence in us, our confidence in our own Buddha nature, basic goodness. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended. Not with time, as they said, but with intention. With your intention of bodhicitta, the quote continues. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, and unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. So now as a dedication, so rest again at the heart center, rest quietly without the candle flame, with gratitude and appreciation for the opportunity to be here together today and practice together. In dedication is our heartfelt embodiment of the intention of what we've done. This is the time for us to really embody, practice, deepen, and reveal our human potential to be part of the solution to this dilemma we all are facing right now. If not, then what's the point of practice? It is a perfect time to manifest our aspiration to wake up. It is a perfect moment to touch our awakened essence, timeless awareness. It is a perfect time to connect with Dakini within. So today's session's title is Dakini within. To the vast ultimate expanse of totality, or the heart essence of Dakini. Relax into that, surrender into that, and have full confidence in that ongoing recognition of true nature called Dakini. This was such a special event for me, and I hope to see you in whatever way, and also hope to continue this exploration of Dakini together